Good afternoon, gang. Welcome back to Woodcraft. It's great to see you here today. We have a fun one to talk about. It's purely hypothetical. Thanks to Brian from Survival on Purpose and TheSmokinApe. They both tagged me in a chain video that's going around. It's purely hypothetical. Thankfully, zombies are a work of science fiction and not reality. If it was reality, yeah, it would not be fun. Anyway, we are talking about my top 3 melee tools in the zombie apocalypse. Well, that actually, it really doesn't serve any practical purpose aside from entertainment, but it does kind of make you brainstorm about your tools. It kind of makes you take a macro look at what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, where they shine and where they don't shine, that sort of thing. So, thinking about your tools and recognizing where they are good and where they are not so good is a good thing as well. So with that being said, let's get into this. Since the zombie apocalypse is a work of science fiction and we are on the internet, that makes us all experts. So in my expert opinion, the 3 things you need to concentrate on as far as being in a zombie apocalypse, you need to worry about stealth, distance, and quickness and violence of action. So those 3 things that you need to worry about. And with those 3 priorities in mind, these are the 3 tools that I have picked. Now these tools kind of go hand in hand. They all work together. They can work separately, but they all work together to create a complete game plan, so to speak, to attack the coming zombie apocalypse. My first choice here, well, it does cover the stealth, the distance, quickness, and violence of action. It covers all the priorities of a zombie apocalypse. It is not my most important tool choice in my opinion. But what it is this little tin. It is a set from Sparrow lockpicks. That's what they call their halo points. I'll get you close up here. This is just a sample that's easy to hold in my hand. The set, if you purchase the whole set, it comes with 5 different points. They all vary just a little bit, but they're all basically the same concept. Why I pick these, why I like these, because they offer quite a bit. You can use them handheld in your hand as last ditch option, but you can use these to set up traps, and that way you cover the stealth, distance, and quickness of violence of action. You're not there, so zombies are coming after you. You leave some traps on your trail. You take out a couple zombies that are on your trail. You're not there to be physically harmed. You don't actually have to do the dirty work, so to speak. But also with that in mind, you can turn these halo points into spears. That gives you 5 spears. So you run into some other survivors along the way. They don't have a weapon. You can throw together a spear or 2 real quick, arm them up, and you have some more people in the fight. Numbers win the day. My second choice in matters of importance. This one covers the violence and quickness of action, and it does cover distance to a certain degree. It doesn't really help you with stealth, but it doesn't really hurt you with stealth either. This is one of those things where you're surrounded. The numbers aren't so great that you're really starting to poop bricks, but also at the same point in time you need to keep distance with a concerning number of zombies surrounding you. In this case, Bark River Moro Barong. Now this is a beast of a blade. Now I have to say, every time I hold this blade in my hand, I get visions of Russell Crowe and the Gladiator. But as you can see, you can really reach out there and get some distance. It has a nice point for piercing the skulls of your zombie enemies. Nice long cutting edge. So, in your panic, if you miss a little bit, you have a lot of forgiveness with the slicing edge. But at the same point in time, it's nice and heavy. So if you totally miss and you bash them on the side of the skull with the side of the blade or even the spine of the knife, it's heavy enough that it will crush their skull. And also, if you're in real panic mode and you're running for your life, there's a huge zombie horde behind you. You could easily use this heavy blade with a long cutting edge to cut off the legs of the front runners, and they fall down and trip up the horde behind them, allowing you to create some space and get away. Another thing I want to point out from this Bark River Moro Barong is the sheath system. The main thing about it is this shoulder strap right here. Fighting zombies is physically taxing, but it's also hard on your tools. One of your main priorities is going to be keeping your tools, your life-saving tools, in as good a shape as possible. This leather sheath system, you have a strap built into your weapon system, which allows you to quickly and easily maintain your blades. For a quick second, strap up your blade and continue to be on the run. And as far as matters of importance in a zombie apocalypse, my number 1 tool that I would want to have on hand is this right here. Now obviously this is a smaller blade than one would expect to see, or at least I think you would expect to see, for someone to choose to carry in a zombie apocalypse. But here's my thinking why. This is a weapon that if all else fails, you get surrounded, you're down, you're hand to hand, it's eyeball to eyeball, fighting for your life. You're going to want something that's quick to reset. It's not something that's going to just throw you off balance, but something you can chop and chop and chop and stab, and just overwhelming speed and violence of action. This allows you to do that. It's nice and heavy. It's made out of 1/4-inch steel, so it will be a crushing blow even if you don't hit directly on the edge itself. It comes down to a nice centerline point, so it will pierce the skull of a zombie very quickly, very easily, allow you to pull it back out and reset and go in for another kill. But above and beyond its killing abilities, it is a bushcrafty style blade at the same point in time, so you can fashion weapons out of it, you can create spears. You can use this blade to use your halo points to create spears. You can use this blade to make fire to harden just regular spear points. So not only is this monster from Deer Creek Wilderness Outfitters, not only is it a killing machine, but it's also a bushcraft tool. And having a bushcraft knife or survival knife at hand is very important, in that at the end of the day, when you're no longer fighting for your life and you're setting up camp, making dinner, cooking your food, harvesting an animal of some kind to eat, you got to keep your energy up. You're going to need the tools on hand to live your life as well as to save your life. So just to wrap up and recap, this is my #1 choice as far as usefulness goes, this Deer Creek Wilderness Outfitters. It is an unnamed knife, although I've nicknamed it the BZK, or Bushcraft Zombie Killer. And my second choice was this Moro Barong from Bark River Knives. And my third choice was these Halo Points from Sparrow Lockpicks. Well, folks, this one was a lot of fun. It actually made me think quite a bit more than I thought it was. So Brian and Smoking Ape, thank you very much for tagging me in this. It was a lot of fun, like I said. I suppose this is the point in the video where it's time for me to tag somebody. I'm going to do this 2 different ways. Number 1, Gary Lawson from C2G Fab, calling you out, buddy. I want to know what your three weapons of the zombie apocalypse are. And folks, if you're not familiar with Gary from C2G Fab, I encourage you to check him out. The links will be in the description. Gary has been a pillar of the knife community for several years. He runs a Kydex shop for knives and other gear in the bushcraft and survival type community. The guy is a genius when it comes to bending plastic. Again, I highly encourage you to check him out. Check out his YouTube channel, his Facebook page. I'll leave a link to his Instagram as well. Gary's a really good friend of mine, and the other person I want to tag is you. If you have a YouTube channel where you post videos to and you want to take part in this tag video, so to speak, I tag you as well. I would love to see what your 3 weapons of the zombie apocalypse are. Just do me a favor, come back to this video, throw a link to your channel or your video itself in the comment section, so I will be aware that you made a video, and also so everybody else that reads the comment section, they will be aware of your video as well. And folks, if you found the video helpful, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate it very much. Also, if you have not done so yet, there's a red subscribe button down below. I encourage you to make use of that. Hang around for some more videos. And as always, gang, hit up that comment section. Let's talk about this. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Anyway, thank you again for being here, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day. It comes down to a nice centerline point, so it will pierce the skull really. No. I can't do this, seriously. Jeez. All right. It comes down to a nice